Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of how to respond to an RFQ. Okay, so once you've accepted the RFQ and you want to respond to the request sent by a buyer in procurement or an interested party, you'll be able to access the actual transaction and see who the request is coming from and all the information for the request, as well as the items that have been requested. Okay, so here you can see they've asked for ball valve 15 millimeter. They want 10. They want, this is the delivery address, the Incoterms and expected delivery date. So now you will start to put your pricing together based on this information, right? And then the second item they're looking for is design and installation of these ball valves, right? So you're going to put in, you're going to respond to this request with your pricing based on the narrative or the information that has been given by the procurement entity. Okay, so just more to this. So with each package sent, there's obviously a number of documents that will support this request. And those documents, as you saw in the summary when you're accepting the quote, are seen here within this document structure. So you'll be able to download, you'll be able to fill out any docs that need to be downloaded. You'll be able to fill them out, download them from Infuse, fill them out, and then upload them again. So if I want to upload a document, for example, that I've just filled in as part of this request that makes this request valid, I download the document, I fill it in, depending on whether it's on an item level or at a company level. You can then add, if we don't have the document name, you can just add other. So if, for example, there's a document that you need to download and upload, you basically just upload that document and it will show this document is on your level. If there are any documents that you need to upload, like CAD drawings, designs, specs, anything specific to the ball valve that someone's buying, you will be able to add that at an item level. So any documents relevant to the ball valve that you need to make procurement aware of, you'll attach it at this level. Any documentation that's relevant to your company or any general documentation, you will attach it at a supplier level. Okay, then if there are any queries about this quote or any clarifications that you need, you are able to use a chat function which will give you access to the party that requested this item or these items, and they'll be able to refer to any engineers. So feel free to use this chat as if you were using WhatsApp, because it is designed much like WhatsApp. Please, can I have clarity? And then you can send that, and if you need to attach documentation, you can, no problem, attach documentation. So I'm just attaching a document. So the procurement initiator or buyer or whoever it is that requested this will actually be able to see this information on their side. They'll get informed that there's a chat going on, and you'll be able to clarify during the quote process with the procurement department, who will then speak to relevant engineers and get clarification on items if you need. So this is a really handy function that we've put into the system to make your lives easier, give you access to the procurement company, and just to clarify anything. Please use it responsibly. Obviously, it's there to help you understand exactly what's being requested. Right, so let's go back to the quote itself. So you are going to now put your stock code for the ball valve that you will be supplying, right? So you're going to put your stock code in. I'm just using a demo code, and you're going to put your description in. I'm assuming it would be something very similar, right? If there's a specification, please add that in. No problem, add that in. I'm just using a baseline here. If you are the manufacturer, or you want, if there's a manufacturer here, you can select it. Otherwise, you can just type in, you know, that you are the manufacturer. Just please make sure you type it in correctly the first time, because we don't allow edits in this valve supplier. I'm just using this as an example, right? And then the unit price. So the unit price is per ball valve, right? So it's what does it cost for one ball valve, 15 millimeter ball valve. So say, for example, it's 4,500. You will give the unit price. We will then obviously work out that times 10 in when we attach the quote. What is the lead time on this item? Say it's 10 days. What is the warranty? We've given days and months. So please add the warranty. Give the buyer as much information as possible. You can even add pictures within the document section. You can add pictures of the ball valve that you want to supply them. So please use this space to really tell a story about the products you're selling so the buyers can make the best possible decisions when buying your products and services. Okay, so they're looking for design and installation. This is a service, right? So this is a slightly different request, and there's more to it. So if you look at what they've asked for design and installation of the ball valves. There are 100 of them, so use an item number. Even if you don't have an item number, I want you to add in a number for tracking purposes. For our side, we need some form of stock number, item number. Even if you don't, just put one in, and then you're going to add in design and installation. Installation. Okay, and you're gonna, this doesn't need to be specifications. Manufacturer not applicable, don't worry about that. So now we get to a little bit more detail here, because obviously design and installation is not just one cost. It is one cost, but we need to know what are the cost items that make up that design and installation, right? So now we're going to start adding the cost items, the line items that make up the unit cost for design and installation. So say, for example, you need to do CAD design drawings, for example. Okay, and they will be, and they are, each of them is 10,500 Rand. So each CAD drawing is 10,500 Rand, and the quantity of the CAD drawings that need to be done for this is, say, 2, right? So the minute you do that, we will work out the total cost, and as you can see, the unit price is starting to change because you're adding the cost lines involved, right? So say, for example, there's something else in there, and there's technical fee. I'm not sure what you'd put in here, but you know, I know you guys will know what to do here. Okay, so you're going to put your technical fee, and that's 1,500 Rand. And for example, there's just one quantity of that line item, right? So you're going to put that in. Then if there are any spares, we've just added separate lines for this. So installation, right? So now you've broken down the design. Now you want to put in the installation. So the installation for 100 ball valves, 100 ball valves. Okay. And the total price of that is 150,000, for example. The quantity, because we've done the total amount, is 150,000, so you'll only put one in there. If you're going to do it each ball valve installation for each ball valve, then make sure you put adjust this and make sure you put the unit price in for 100 quantity, 100 ball valves. I hope you guys understand how we've done this. Okay, so that gives you the design and installation. As you can see, as you add in these line items, it will give you the total unit price, right? So now we ask, what is the lead time? The lead time is, say, 7 days. Actually, no, it'll probably be about a month. I don't know how long it takes for drawings and installation, but yeah. So the lead time for that, you'll need to adjust that as needed. If there is a delivery cost for these items, right? So say, for example, the 100 ball valves will cost 50, let's say 25,000 to deliver. You'll put that price in. If there is a transport schedule, something that you've got from a third party, you can attach that within this transport doc, right? So if there's a breakdown of that total delivery cost, please add it into the supplier transport, because you obviously need to support the fact that you're saying it's going to cost 25,000. Obviously, the procurement guys will want to see a breakdown of those costs. So please, if you've got a breakdown, put it in. We just, as a company, want to know like what the total cost is there, but you will need to clarify the breakdown of that costing within some kind of document that you supply them. Okay, once you've put all this information, you put the delivery cost in, you've added the unit items in. Now we go to ad hoc cost items. So ad hoc cost items is anything that falls outside of the line item. So it's your indirect cost. So it's anything outside of your direct costs. Your direct costs are obviously the line items that they've asked for. Now you're going to talk about any sort of ad hoc cost items you're going to add in here, right? So you're going to put in, say, for example, there's an admin fee. You're going to add an admin fee and say that admin fee is 1,500. And there is just one of that quantity. So there's just one admin fee and it's 1,500. If you need to add anything else in, like a consulting fee, for example, not sure, you guys will know what you need to add in here. You can put that in and say, for example, that's 1,250 and there are 5 hours, for example, 5 hours for that each. You add that in and we will automatically add that up for you. Please attach the quote. Please generate the quote through our system, because our system tracks all the information required. Please try not to upload your own quotes, because we track all the quotes that are changed, and this is really important for revisions and clarifications. Please use our generate quote. Okay. Obviously it's in Rand, so you'll use your standard VAT rate. If it's an export item, you will make it 0 rated, so you need to select whichever VAT option is relevant to you. Okay, so in this case, it will be, because it's a South African delivery, it will be VAT relevant. Okay, so you need to check your document now. Once you look at the document, it will show you all the information that you have actually put in, right? So it will show you what the request was, what your response is, what the unit price is, obviously times 10. That's why it's important to put just the unit price for one item. Okay, design and installation, that is then broken down. So here you can see the totals for each of the breakdowns that you've given. So installation of 100 ball valves is 150,000. Technical fees 1,500. So all of this adds up to the total unit cost here of 172, for example. Then you've got your admin fees, which falls outside of the items, and that's admin fee, consulting fee, as I structured it there. As you can see, I said there's 5 of them at 1,250, which then gives the total amount, excluding VAT, and so on. Please, as you can see, there's the estimated delivery cost. If there is no delivery cost, don't worry, leave it blank, leave it 0. If that's what's required by procurement, just leave it 0. It will say you haven't filled in everything, but don't worry about it. Just generate it with a 0 cost for delivery if there's no cost to, if there's no delivery cost. Okay, so please, another thing, please don't worry about there not being a subtotal or a total or anything, as this is just the first quote that's going out to the buyers. Once clarifications and adjudication is done and everything has been finalized, we will finalize this quote for you. That's why it's really important to generate the quotes through our system. Okay, guys, once the quote is generated and you have uploaded all the necessary documentation for this quote to be valid, please, I cannot stress it enough. You need to make sure that you've checked all the documentation, you've filled in everything that needs to be filled in, and you have uploaded that documentation that you need to as part of the response to the procurement, because they won't accept it if you haven't filled out the documents necessary and uploaded the necessary documents and so on. So please make sure you check this document section and you add the necessary documents at whatever level is required. Okay, if there are any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Once all the information is filled out and everything's been put in, you're just going to submit the quote. It's really that simple, guys. It is as simple as that. Yes, I want to submit the quote, and boom, it goes straight to the procurement guys for clarifications and adjudication. So please make sure your quote is 100% accurate before you send it out. And once it's sent out, you'll be able to see your transaction as sitting in submitted quotes. Okay. So any changes to this, if there are clarifications, the buyer can come back to you and clarify anything. You'll be able to access the quote within submitted quotes and make any changes, regenerate a quote and submit it back. Okay, guys, so this is just a tutorial on how to respond to an RFQ. Please, if there are any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to my team and I. We're always here to help you. I hope this gives you a better idea of how we're going to make your lives easier. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.